Hello there and welcome to an update about Boxed and some news. Ever since we premiered the 10 dancer series last weekend, 5 in each day, we have been overwhelmed. Not just with the number of viewers and the shares and the responses, which have been tremendous, quite frankly, much more than we expected. This little idea of ours has really created a stir. And we are marching on to almost 50,000 views and counting as I speak to you. But it also got us thinking, what is it about this little idea? What is it that has made almost 300 dancers reach out to us from across the world? And what is it? Is it because this 2-month plus season of quarantine and lockdown has made these young dancers want to almost say, hello, I'm here. It's like opening a window and saying, look at me, I exist. Well, as much as I want to thank the dancers who have reached out and the 10 who danced, I also want to say that we are also on a learning curve. We first gave out this prompt and I said, just choose a place in your home or precincts of lockdown. Sounds like a jail, doesn't it? But yes, that's how we all thought about it in the beginning. And do 2 minutes of choreography from 2 camera angles. But then we realized that this is as much of a dance for camera project as it is an individual creative choreographic exercise. So this time, our editors got into the act and they have started speaking to the next set of dancers about where exactly to place the camera, and we have asked for some close-ups because let's face it, we are not watching Boxed or anything in darkened movie theaters with huge screens or even our home theaters. We are watching the world through a narrow cell phone or at the most our iPads and our laptops. And so this really needed some close-ups. So that is what we have done. We've encouraged dancers, of course, to create their own music, and we have provided music to them. Now, when I first started Box, the idea was to reach out to classical Indian dancers or dancers who have studied any style of Indian classical dance. I thought the idea would be fun. I thought they would immediately jump at it, and yes, some of them did. And then I realized that it is really hard to shift. Shifting is so difficult from a classical style because we know that this is either right or wrong. It's not like the contemporary style where you can dance the way you feel. How do you feel? Yes, I can dance today. Nobody asks you that in a classical style. They say, dance. This is the way to do it, or this is not the way to do it. And we found that classical dancers just needed that much more hand-holding, and shifting slowly was taking time. And so that's why we've given a 2-week gap. We have had to actually mentor several of our applicants, as talented as they are, to really push them to think about the surroundings, not just realize that wherever you choose your location, it's another chance to dance. No. But anyway, I want to thank the dancers once again for the enormous risks. And I think about it when I ask or use the word risk. What is it that we're asking of these dancers in Boxed? We're asking you to give us 2 minutes of your time to risk. That's it. 2 minutes. And it can't be that difficult, but for some it is. But remember, dancers, we are here. If you think you're falling off a cliff, there's a safety net. There's a team here to support you, give you choreographic suggestions, give you prompts, give you nudging, and editors who will make sure that you don't look anything but at your best. So that's what I really wanted to say. And do you know that we've also received requests from a dancer who used to be at Cirque du Soleil, a flamenco dancer from Andalusia. We have a hip-hop dancer who is asked to be in our midst, in our groupings, which brings me to another question. 75% of the applications are from Bharatanatyam. It is not surprising. This is a style that is always first off the gate. We have had some Kathak, some Odissi, but why the radio silence from Mohiniyattam? We have had to draw out to Kuchipudi dancers. We have had to reach out to Manipuri dancers. And right now, we are mentoring one Chhau dancer. But I really want to say, it doesn't matter what style you're from. Write to us and we will respond to all the nearly 300 people, but just after the weekend of May 30th and 31st. Now, if you missed Boxed, if by some chance you didn't get an opportunity in your crowded week to even watch any of the series, we want to bring you highlights. Highlights of 10 dancers who spent 2 minutes of risk and adventure to share their new choreographic arc with us last weekend. So enjoy the highlights of Boxed 1.0 and 2.0. Some dancers were studying during this quarantine, some were reading, some were cooking, some had taken to new hobbies, and many were dancing. We saw them on these many free platforms. But some were also using the time to think about their state of mind and actually make films of their art and their beliefs. One of them is Sangeeta Chatterjee, a Kathak dancer in Delhi. And she has made a beautiful 12-minute film. She sent it to us, and I was struck by some moments of great beauty and poignancy. So we asked her permission to be able to edit the 12-minute sequence into 2 minutes, something that would fit into our idea of Boxed. And with her permission, we are delighted to share this film with you. Those were images edited from a 12-minute film titled Quest, The Lockdown Diary of a Dancer, conceived and created by Sangeeta Chatterjee, a Kathak dancer in Delhi. Reach out to her and try and watch the entire film. It's beautiful. That brings us to the end of this update edition for Boxed. Tune in tomorrow at the same time at 12 noon for more news and more information about what's in store and the kind of dancers and the kind of inputs and the kind of locations. Oh, it's going to be exciting, I promise you. So until next time, thank you for watching. Namaste.